Hi, my name is Jess Orcheski, and I'm here today to give you a very quick explanation on how you could use this resource in your classroom. I am a current classroom teacher as well as a designer of professional learning for the APLC, and I made this resource. I hope you enjoy it and see some purpose in using it in your grade 6 classroom. I'm very passionate about making learning fun, and I figured that if learning can be fun, well, then assessing their learning could be fun as well. So what's included in this Climate Clash board game? Page 1 is just the basic instruction. Pages 2, 3, and 4 are the student reflection handout. Page 5 is the board game, the actual board. I would recommend printing this off on like an 11 by 17 paper possibly and laminating it just so it's a little easier to read. Page 6 is the card mat. I made this in an attempt to make the game more organized, showing students where they should have 4 different piles and where each pile goes. And then pages 7 to 14 in the document are the cards. And so if you look, you're going to see that the front of the card is on the odd number and the back of the card is on the even number. So just ensuring that you see that and that you would line it up to do double-sided. I imagine playing this game in pods in my current classroom where the desks are groups of 4. So I know that would be a lot of prep work making multiple copies of this game. However, I do really see this as an opportunity for kids to learn quite independently without the teacher, but in a group setting, as the game is simple in nature. So I designed this to be used with the grade 6 Earth systems in mind, the very first cusp. So if you look here, it does fit, the game does fit with a lot, it talks a lot about the climate, it talks about um, changes in the climate as well as clean energy production, but also personal actions that we could do. I had a few teachers reaching out, puzzled on how they could spice up this cusp and make it more entertaining. And I was up for the challenge. I do like how it gives a variety of scenarios on how humans can impact the environment, and it gives suggestions on how students could help Earth with their personal actions. So I do think it helps hitting a lot of these points um, as they play. So let's get to how to play. So if we go back to the resource on page 1, I would definitely print off um, the the board game as well as the cards and the card mat and the reflection sheet ahead of time. I would go over the reflection sheet with the kids before you begin so they know what they're looking for. And then I would probably just put the instructions up on the board and go over it with the group. So essentially, you're going to try and be the first player to go through the windy road of the board and get to the climate hero at the end of the board game. Um, you're going to have everyone have some sort of a token or thing to move at the start and shuffle each card deck and put them on the card mat. And then you'll need a dice as well. So with the dice, you're going to roll, move your token forward as many steps as your dice said, follow the instructions on the space you land on. So sometimes it'll say draw a card from a certain deck and apply its effects. Sometimes it's going to say go again or move ahead, move backwards, lose a turn, whatever it is. You just do what the board said. And then when their turn would be over and the next player could go. So pretty basic. If you look through the board, you're going to see, so if they land on this Earth systems, they would open Earth systems card and read it. If they have land on the moves 2 spaces ahead, then you would move 2 spaces ahead. If they land on clean energy, then they would grab a clean energy card. Finally, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me. My email is jess.orcheski orachheski at aplc.ca. Thank you so much. I hope to hear from you soon.